संसारदावानललीललोका त्रणय कारुण्यघन घन त्वम् प्राप्तस्य कल्याणगुणार्णवस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् महाप्रभु कीर्तन नित्य गीता वादित्रमाध्यन् मनसुरसेना रोमञ्चकम्पा श्रुतरङ्गबाजो वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् श्रीविग्रहाराधननित्यनाना शृङ्गारतन्मन्दिरमर्जनादौ युक्तस्य भक्तांश्च नियुञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् चतुर्विधा श्रीभगवत्प्रसाद स्वदन्नतृप्तान् हरिभक्तसङ्घान् कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजत सदैव वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् श्रीराधिका माधवयोरपारा माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्नाम् प्रतिक्षणा स्वाधनलोलुपस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् निकुञ्जयोनो रतिकेलिसिध्यय यायालिभिर्युक्तिरपेक्षणीया तत्रातिदाक्षात् अतिवल्लभस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् साक्षाद्धरित्वेन समस्तशास्त्रैरुक्तस्तथा भाव्यत एव सद्भिः किन्तु प्रभुर्यः प्रियैव तस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् यस्य प्रसादाद् भगवत्प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादान् न गति कुतोऽपि ध्यायन्तु वंस्तस्य यशस्त्रिसन्ध्यं वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Nila Madhav Radha Nila Madhav Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Nila Madhav Radha Nila Madhav Radhe Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Sitaram 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 Jaya Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha. Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Shnipad Brahmamsa Pajaka Chaya Shtota Shata Shishmat, His Divine Grace, Aparchana Rinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, ISKCON PPTPI Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Jai Om Shnipad Brahmamsa Pajaka Chaya Shtota Shata Shishmat, His Divine Grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai, Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Premise Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai, Shri Vrajabhumi Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Shri Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Shri Ayodhya Dham Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Yamuna Mai Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Tulsi Devi Ki Jai, Samavrita Bhaktavinda Ki Jai, Harinama Sankirtana Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रह्लादलाददायिने हिरण्याकाशे पूर्वक्षः शीलटङ्कानखालाये इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह बहिर्नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह नरसिंहमतिं शरणं प्रपदे तव करकमलवरे नखाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे करकमलवरे अद्भुतशृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय प्रह्लाद महाराज की जय
Vrindaya Tulasi Devaya Piyaya Keshava Sacha Vishnu Bhakti Pade Devi Satyavatyaya Namo Namaha. Vrindaya Tulasi Devaya Piyaya Keshava Sacha Vishnu Bhakti Pade Devi Satyavatyaya Namo Namaha. Vrinda Devi Tulasi Marani Ki Jai.
तुलसी कृष्ण प्रियासी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रियासी नमो नमः राधा कृष्ण सेवा पाओ यही अभिलाषी राधा कृष्ण सेवा पाओ यही अभिलाषी तुलसी कृष्ण प्रियासी नमो नमः हसी जे तुम्हारा शरण लोवे तारा वांछ पूर्ण हो शरण लोवे तारा वांछ पूर्ण हो कृपा कोरी कोर तारे वृंदावन वासी कोर तारे वृंदावन वासी तुलसी कृष्ण प्रियासी नमो नमः मोर विलास कुंज दियो मोर विलास कुंज दियो नायने री बसादा युगा रोपरासी आयन रे सदा युगा रोपरासी तुलसी कृष्ण प्रियासी नमो नमः निवेदन धारो सखियान गाता करो निवेदन धारो सखियान गाता करो सेवयाधिकार दीजे कर दासी कारा दीजय कर दासी तुलसी कृष्ण यासी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रियासी दीन कृष्ण दास कोय यही जैन मोरा होय दीन कृष्ण दास कोय यही जैन मोरा होय श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेम सदा जैन वासी राधा गोविंद प्रेम सदा जैन वासी आसी के ना पियासी ना ओ नमः आसी के ना आनी कानी जाप पानी बम्मा हाथ दे कानी चा तानि तानि पदक्ष्यन्ति पद 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 कानी भवानी ब्रह्मा हत कानी चाहे तानी तानी पासयन्ति पदक्षिण पद पदे पानी ब्रह्मा हत कानी चाहो तानी तानी पासयन्ति पदक्षिण पद पदे कानी पानी ब्रह्मा हत कानी चाहो तानी तानी पासयन्ति दक्षिण पद पदे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी जय बिंदे देवी जय बिंदे देवी जय बिंदे देवी जय बिंदे देवी Jai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gora Hari Bol. Nitya Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gora Hari Bol, Nitya Gora. राय तुलसी देवी आय प्रियाय के सोचा विष्णु भक्ति पद देवी सद बतायो नमो नमः विंदाय तुलसी देवी आय प्रियाय के सोचा विष्णु भक्ति पद देवी सद बतायो नमो नमः वृंदाई तुलसी देवी आय पियाय के स्वचा विष्णु भक्ति पति देवी सद्वताहु नमो नमः। श्रीमती तुलसी देवी महारानी बिंद देवी की, गौर भद्र की, गौर परमानंदी।
O Tulasi, beloved of Krishna, I bow down before you again and again. My desire to the service of Shri Radha and Krishna. Whoever takes shelter of you has wish fulfilled. This your mercy upon him and make him a resident of Vrindavan. My desire also grant me residence in precious gold of Shri Vrindavan town. Thus within my wish I shall behold the beautiful pastime Radha and Krishna. I beg you to make me a follower of Kara dancer virtue.
Please give me the privilege of doing
service and make me your own maid service. This very fallen lowly service of Krishna praise. May I always swim the love to Shri Radha and Govinda. Srimati Tulsi Maharani ki jai. There are 10 fences in method chanting holy names which should be avoided, and they are as follows. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the name of the demigods of Lord Shiva or Brahma to be equal to independent name Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Veda literature or literature pursuing the Vedic version. 5. To consider glorious chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name. 8. To consider chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritual activities offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma, kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about glorious holy name. 10. To not complete faith in the chanting holy names, and to maintain material attachments, even after standing so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims the Vaishnava must carefully guard against these 10 offenses in order to quickly achieve desired success. Krishna Prema. Now let us offer our most humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They are just as I trees who can fulfill to everyone, and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Shri Chaitanya Shastakam ki jai. Jeto darpanamarjanam bhavamahadavakni nirvapanam Shriya Kairavachandrika Vitaranam Vidyavatu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pradipadam Purnamita Swadanam Sarvatmasnapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatra Pita Niyamita Smaranena Kalaha Etadishi Tavakripa Bhagavam Mamapi Durudevami Desham Iha Janina Nurakaha Trinatapi Sunijena Tarorapi Saishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadaharihi Na Thanam Na Janam Na Sundarim Kavitam Va Jagadisha Kamaye Mama Jammani Jamanishvare Bhavatat Bhaktir Haituki Tavai Ayinanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Maham Vishame Bhavam Puta Kripaya Tava Pada Pankaja Sthita Tuhuri Satesham Vichintaya Nayanam Kaladashuru Tharaya Vadanam Kadgada Rudaya Gira Pulakai Nichitam Vapurkada Tava Nama Grahane Pavishati Yuga Idam Nimishena Chakshusha Pravisha Idam Shunya Idam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahe Name Ashirishava Padaratam Pinnastumam Adarshanam Marmahatam Karotuva Yatha Tatava Vidathatu Lampato Matprana Nathastu Seeva Naparaha Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Chaitanya Shastakam ki jai. Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtana, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes fire of conditional life, repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is prime benediction for humanity at large, because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendent knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendent bliss enable us to fully taste the nectar for which you're always anxious. Oh my Lord, your holy name alone grant all benediction to human beings. Thus you have hundreds of millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have vested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. Oh my Lord, out kindness enables us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I'm so unfortunate I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than the tree, devoid all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor to desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers, only want your causeless devotion service, birth after birth. O Sanhamarjananda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow I fall into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the Adam's at lotus feet. O my Lord, while my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constant when I chant your holy name, while my voice choke up, or the hairs of my body stand at end, recitation of your name. O Govinda, feeling your separation, I'm considered a moment to be like a great millennium. Tears are flowing from eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me roughly by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipable Lord, unconditionally. Shri Chaitanya Shikshastakam ki jai. Shri Mangala Aarti Prayers ki jai. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jananjana Shalakaya Chakshum Litam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragnatam Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Desha Tarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Dayitaya Kripaptaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jala Premadya Shri Rupa Nuka Bhaktita Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dina Darine Rupa Nuka Virudapa Siddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipalambara Sambodhe Padam Pujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumistvam Nirdishta Sajanapriyaha Vaishnava Sarabhama Shri Jaganathaya Te Namaha Vancha Kalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha Pancha Tattvatamkam Krishna Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakham Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Sratoro Pangor Mamamanda Mater Kati Masarvasva Padam Bojo Radha Madana Mohano Divyat Vindalana Kalpadu Mata Shimadra Nagara Singhasanasto Shrimad Radha Shila Govinda Devo Prishtari Bi Sevyamano Smarami Shriman Rasa Rasaram Bivam Shivata Tatastitaha Karsham Venu Soner Gopir Gopinatha Shiyestunaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Panamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shadvaita Dathara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shri Mangalacharna prayers ki jai. Shri Brahma Samhita ki jai. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadya Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Chintamani Parakara Satmasukalpa Viksha Lakshariteshu Surabhi Rabi Palayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shatasam Pramasevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Venum Kavanantamaravinda Dalaya Daksham Parhavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Gantarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shopam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chantaka Lasavana Madhyavamshi Ranangadam Panayakeri Kalavilasam Shamam Tibanga Lalitam Yata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani yasya sakalindriya vriddhimanti pasyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti ananda chimma sadujala vigrahasya govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami advaitam achotam anadim anantarupam adyam purana purusham navayovanam cha vedesho durlabam adurlabam atma bhakta govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Pantastu Koti Shatavassara Sampragamyo Vayurathapi Manaso Muni Pangavanam Sopyasti Yapapada Simya Vichinta Tatve Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ekopya Sara Chayitum Jakatanta Kotim Yachakti Rasti Jakatanta Chayayatantaha Antantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yad Bhava Pavitadiyo Manujastateva Samprapya Rupa Mahimasana Yana Bhushaha Suktaryam Eva Nikama Patitaistu Vanti Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chimma Rasa Patibhavitapis Tapiya Eva Njarupa Tayakalapihi Goloka Eva Nivasatya Kilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Premanjana Churuta Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadeva Hitayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sunda Machintya Guna Swarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ramadi Murtishu Kalani Yamena Tishtan Nanavatarama Karo Bhuvanishu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samapavat Parama Pumam Yo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasya Prabhapa Bhavato Jakatanta Koti Koti Shashesha Visudhati Vibhuti Binam Tat Brahma Nishkalam Anantam Ashesha Bhutam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Maya Hi Yasya Jakatanta Shatani Sute Trigunya Tat Vishaya Veda Vidayamana Sattva Valampi Parasatvam Vishuddha Sattvam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chimma Rasatma Taya Manasu Ya Praninam Pratipalan Samratang Upetya Lila Itena Bhuvanani Jayate Jasram Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Golokanam Nijatam Nitale Chatasya Devi Mahesha Haridam Suteshu Teshu Te Te Prabhava Nichaya Vihitasya Yena Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Shishti Siti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Rekha Chaye Vayasya Bhuvanani Pipartya Duga Ichana Rupam Mepyascha Cheshate Sa Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Shiram Yatha Dadi Vikara Vishesha Yogat Sanjayate Nahi Tata Pitakasti Hetoho Yasham Putam Api Tata Samupayati Karyat Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Diparcha eva hita shantam apipetya dipayate virita hetu samarna dharma yastadik eva hicha vishnu tayavipati govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami yakara narnavachale bhajati sma yoga Nitram Ananta Jagadanta Saroma Kupaha Adara Shaktim Avalampya Param Swamutim Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Yasai Kanishwasita Kala Matavalampya Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jagadanta Nataha Vishnu Mahansa Iha Yasya Kala Vishesho Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Paswang Yatashma Shakaleshu Nijeshu Teja Suyam Kiyat Prakatayatya Pitatvatatra Brahmaya Esha Jagadanda Vidana Karta Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Yat Pada Palavayukam Vinitaya Kwamba Dvandui Pranama Samaye Sakanadi Rajaha Vignang Vihantum Alam Esya Jagatarayasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Agnir Mahika Ganam Ambu Marutishascha Kalas Tatatma Manasiti Jagatarayani Yasma Bhavanti Vibhavanti Vishanti Yamcha Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Yachaksha Esha Savita Sakala Grahanam Raja Samasta Suramurti Ashesha Teja Yasya Jnana Brahmati Sambrita Kala Chakro Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Dharmo Tapa Panchaya Shutayasta Pamsi Brahmadikita Patagava Dayascha Jiva Yadata Matra Vipava Pakata Prabhava Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Yastrinda Gopam Atarinda Mahoswakarma Bandanarupa Palabajanam Atanoti Karmani Nirtahati Kintu Cha Bhakti Bhajam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Yam Krota Kama Sahaja Panayadi Biti Vasalya Moha Guru Gaurava Sevya Bhavehi Sanchintya Tassa Satvishin Tanun Aparete Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kaupataravo Duruma Bhumish Chintamani Kadamayi Toyang Amritam Kathakanam Natyam Kamanam Ampi Vamshi Priyasaki Chidanandam Jyotir Paramapi Tada Swadhyamapi Cha Sayatra Kshirabdi Sarvati Surabi Piyascha Sumahan Nimeshar Darkava Vrajati Nahita Yatrapi Samayaha Bhajeshri Tadvipam Tamaham Iha Golokam Itiyam Vedantaste Santa Kshti Virachara Katipaye Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradya Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Krishna, who is Govinda, the Supreme Godhead, he has an eternal blissful spiritual body. He is the region wow. He has no other region and the prime cause of all causes.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor who is tending the cows, yielding all desire in abodes built with spiritual gems, surrounded by millions of purpose trees, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute with blooming eyes like lotus petals, with a head decked with peacock's feather, with the figure of beauty tinged with the hue of a blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming millions of cupids.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, round whose neck is swinging a garland of flowers, beautified with the moon locket, whose two hands are adorned with the flute and jeweled ornaments, who always revels in pastimes of love, whose graceful threefold bending form of Shyamsundara is eternally manifest.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose transcendental form is full of bliss, truth, substantiality, and is thus full of most dazzling splendor. Each of the limbs of that transcendental figure possesses in himself the full-fledged functions of all the organs and eternally sees, maintains, and manifests the infinite universes, both spiritual and mundane.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is inaccessible to the Vedas, but obtainable by pure and alloyed devotion of the soul, who is without a second, who is not subjected to decay, is without a beginning, whose form is endless, who is the beginning and the eternal Purusha. Yet he is a person possessing the beauty of blooming youth.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, only the tip of the toe of whose lotus feet is approached by the yogis who aspire after the transcendental and betake themselves to pranayama, by drilling the respiration, or by the Gnanis who try to find out the non-differentiated Brahman by the process of elimination of the mundane, extending over thousands of millions of years.
He is an undifferentiated entity as there is no distinction between potency and the possessor thereof. In his work of creation of millions of worlds, his potency remains inseparable. All the universes exist in him, and he is present in his fullness in every one of the atoms that are scattered throughout the universe, are one and the same time. Such is the primeval Lord whom I adore.
I adore the same Govinda, the primeval Lord in whose praise men who are imbued with devotion sing the mantra suktas told by the Vedas by gaining their appropriate beauty, greatness, thrones, conveyances, and ornaments.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, residing in his own realm, Goloka with Radha, resembling his own spiritual figure, the embodiment of the ecstatic potency possessed by the 64 artistic activities in the company of her confidant Sakis, embodiments of the extensions of her bodily form, permeated and vitalized by his ever blissful spiritual rasa.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is Samasundara, Krishna himself with inconceivable, innumerable attributes, whom the pure devotees see in their heart of the hearts with the eye of devotion tinged with the salve of love.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord who manifested himself personally as Krishna and the different avatars in the world in the forms of Rama, Narsimha, Vamana, etc. as his subjective portions. Shri Brahma Samhita ki Jai. Bhagavad Gita 7.1 purport. Shrinvatam swakatam Krishna punya shravana kirtanya hridanta soti adbadrani
Vidnoti sustam Rashna prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati nashtiki tada rajastamo bhava kama lobhadayashe cheta ete ranamidam stitam sattve prasidati evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhakti yogata bhagavad tattva vijnanam mukta sangasya jayate vidyate hridaye grantis shidyante sarva samsaya kshiyante chasya karmani dushla evatmanishvare. To hear about Krishna from Vedic literatures or to hear from him directly through the Bhagavad Gita is itself a righteous activity. And for one who hears about Krishna, Lord Krishna, who is dwelling in everyone's heart, acts as the best wishing friend and purifies the devotee who constantly engages in hearing of him.
In this way, a devotee naturally develops his dormant transcendental knowledge. As he hears more about Krishna from the Bhagavatam and from the devotees, he becomes fixed in the devotional service of the Lord.
By development of devotional service, one becomes freed from the modes of passion and ignorance, and thus material lust and avarice are diminished.
When these impurities are wiped away, the candidate remains steady in his position of pure goodness, becomes enlivened by devotional service, and understands the science of God perfectly. Thus, Bhakti Yoga severs the hard knot of material affection and enables one to come at once to the stage of Asamshayam Samagram, understanding of the Supreme Absolute Truth, personality of Godhead. Therefore, only by hearing from Krishna or from his devotee in Krishna consciousness can one understand the science of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Continuing, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 9, Text 16.
Yo va aham cha girishascha vibhusvayam cha sitya udbhava pranaya hetava atmamulam bitva tripad vavda eka uru parohas tasmai namo bhagavate bhuvana drumaya.
Yeah, one who. Why? Certainly. Aham, cha. Also I. Girisha, cha. Also Shiva. Vibhu, the Almighty. Swayam, personality, as Vishnu. Cha, and Sthiti, maintenance. Udbhava, creation. Pralaya, dissolution. Hetava, the causes. Atma Moolam, self-rooted. Bhitva, having penetrated. Tripat, three trunks. Vavridhe, grave. Ekaha, one without a second. Uru, many. Praroha, branches, tasmai, unto him, namah, obeisances, Bhagavate, unto the personality of Godhead, Bhuvana, Drumaya, unto the tree of the planetary system. Translation: Your Lordship is the prime root of the tree of the planetary systems. This tree has grown by first penetrating the material nature in three trunks, as me, Shiva, and you, the Almighty, for creation, maintenance, and dissolution. And we three have grown with many branches. Therefore, I offer my obeisances unto you, the tree of the cosmic manifestation. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The cosmic manifestation is grossly divided into three worlds: the upper, lower, and middle planetary systems, and then it broadens into the cosmos of 14 planetary systems, with the manifestation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the supreme root. Material nature, which appears to be the cause of the cosmic manifestation, is only the agency or the energy of the Lord. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9.10. Maya Dyakshena Pratik Suyate Cha Chararcharam. Only under the superintendence of the Supreme Lord does material nature appear to be the cause of all creation, maintenance, and dissolution. The Lord expands himself into three: Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva, for maintenance, creation, and destruction, respectively. Of the three principal agents controlling the three modes of material nature, Vishnu is the Almighty. Even though he is within material nature for the purpose of maintenance, he is not controlled by the laws of material nature. The other two, Brahma and Shiva, although almost as greatly powerful as Vishnu, are within the control of the material energy of the Supreme Lord. The conception of many gods controlling the many departments of material nature is ill conceived of by the foolish pantheist. God is one without a second, and he is the primal cause of all causes. As there are many departmental heads of governmental affairs, so there are many heads of management of the universal affairs. Due to a poor fund of knowledge, the impersonalist does not believe in the personal management of things as they are. But in this verse, it is clearly explained that everything is personal and nothing is impersonal. We have already discussed this point in the introduction, and it is confirmed here in this verse. The tree of the material manifestation is described in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita as an Ashwatha tree, whose root is upward. We have actual experience of such a tree when we see the shadow of a tree on the bank of a reservoir of water. The reflection of the tree on the water appears to hang down from its upward roots. The tree of creation described here is only a shadow of the reality which is Parabrahman, Vishnu, Parabrahman Vishnu. In the internal potential manifestation of the Vaikuntha Lokas, the actual tree exists, and the tree reflected in the material nature is only the shadow of this actual tree. The impersonalist theory that Brahman is void of all variegatedness is false, because the shadow tree described in Bhagavad Gita cannot exist without being the reflection of a real tree. The real tree is situated in the external existence of spiritual nature, full of transcendental varieties, and Lord Vishnu is the root of that tree also. The root is the same, the Lord, both for the real tree and the false. But the false tree is only the perverted reflection of the real tree. The Lord, being the real tree, is here offered obeisances by Brahma on his own behalf and also on behalf of Lord Shiva.
Text 17. Loko vikarma nirata kushale pramata karma niyayam उदिते भगवद् अर्चने स्वे यस्त्वाद् अस्य बलवान् इह जीविताशां सद्यश्चिनति अनिमिषाय नमोस्तु तस्मै. Loka, people in general. Vikarma, work without sense. Nirataha, engaged in. Kushale, in beneficial activity. Pramataha, negligent. Karmani, inactivity. Ayam, this. Tvat, by you. Udite, enunciated. Bhavat, of you. Archane, in worship. Sve, their own. Ya, who. Tavat, as long as. Asya, of the people in general. Balavan, very strong. Iha, this. Jivita, asham, struggle for existence. Sadhya, directly. Chinati, is cut to pieces. Animishaya, by the eternal time. Nama, my obeisances. Astu, let there be. Tasmai, unto him. Translation. People in general all engage in foolish acts, not in the really beneficial activities enunciated directly by you for their guidance. As long as their tendency for foolish work remains powerful, all their plans in the struggle for existence will be cut to pieces. I therefore offer my obeisances unto him who acts as eternal time. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. People in general are all engaged in senseless work. They are systematically unmindful of their real beneficial work, which is the devotional service of the Lord, technically called the Archana regulations. The Archana regulations are directly instructed by the Lord in the Narada Pancharatra and are strictly followed by the intelligent man, who know well that the highest perfectional goal of life is to reach Lord Vishnu, who is the root of the tree called the cosmic manifestation. Also in the Bhagavatam and in the Bhagavad Gita, such regulative activities are clearly mentioned. Foolish people do not know that their self-interest is in realization of Vishnu. The Bhagavatam 7.5 to 30, 7.5.30 to 32 says, Materna Krishne Parada Svatova Mito Vipadyeta Griha Vratana Adyanta Gobir Vishatam Tamishram Charvita Charvananam Nate Vidusvarta Gatim Hi Vishnum Durashaya Ye Bahir Artama Manina Andayatandair Upani Yamantmanas Tepi Shatantriya Urudam Nibada Naishamatisvad Urukramanagrim Sparshas de Anartha Bagamo Yadartha Mahiyasham Padarajo Bisheka Nishkinchanandam Navrinitya Yavat. Persons who are determined to totally rot in false material happiness cannot become Krishna minded either by instructions from teachers, by self realization, or parliamentary discussions. They are dragged by the unbridled senses into the darkest region of ignorance, and thus they madly engage in what is called chewing the truth. Because of their foolish activities, they are unaware of the ultimate goal of human life is to achieve Vishnu, the Lord of the cosmic manifestation, and so their struggle for existence is in the wrong direction of material civilization, which is under the external energy. They are led by similar foolish persons, just as one blind man is led by another blind man, and both fall into the ditch. Such foolish men cannot be attracted towards the activities of the Supreme Powerful, who is actually the neutralizing measure for their foolish activities, unless and until they have a good sense to be guided by the great souls who are completely freed from material attachment. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord asks everyone to give up their other occupational duties and absolutely engage in archana activities, or in pleasing the Lord. But almost no one is attracted to such archana activity. Everyone is more or less attracted by activities which are conditions of rebellion against the Supreme Lord. The systems of jnana and yoga are also indirectly rebellious acts against the Lord. There is no auspicious activity except archana of the Lord. Jnana and yoga are sometimes accepted within the purview of archana, when the ultimate aim is Vishnu, and not otherwise. The conclusion is that only the devotees of the Lord are bona fide human beings, eligible for salvation. Others are vainly struggling for existence without any actual benefit.
Text 18, Canto 3, Chapter 9. Yasmad bibimiyaham api dviparadadishnyam adhyasita sakalaloka namaskrutam yat tepi tapo bahusavo varuru chamanas tasmai namo bhagavate di makaya tubhyam. Yasmad, from whom, bibhimi, fear, aham, I, api, also, dvipararda, up to the limit of 4,300,000,000 times 2 times 30 times 12 times 100 solar years. This niyam, place, adhyasita, situated in Sakala Loka, all other planets, Namaskrutam, honored by, yet that, Tepe, underwent, Tapah, penances, Bahusavaha, many, many years, Avaruru Chamanaha, desiring to obtain you, Tasmai, unto him, Namah, I do offer my obeisances, Bhagavate, unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Adi Makaya, unto him who is the enjoyer of all sacrifices, Tubhyam, unto your Lordship. Translation: Your Lordship, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are indefatigable time and the enjoyer of all sacrifices. Although I am situated in an abode which will continue to exist for a time duration of 2 paradas, although I am the leader of all other planets in this universe, and although I have undergone many, many years of penance for self realization, still I offer my respects unto you. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Brahma is the greatest personality in the universe because he has the longest duration of life. He is the most respectable personality because of his penance, influence, prestige, etc. And still he has to offer his respectful obeisance unto the Lord. Therefore, it is incumbent upon all others who are far, far below the standard of Brahma to do as he did and offer respects as a matter of duty.
Text 19. Triyan manushaya vibhuda jiva yonish atme chayatma krita setu parishayaya reme nirasta vishayopi avarudha dehas tasmai namo bhagavate purushottamaya. Tiryak, animals lower than human beings. Manushaya, human beings, etc. Vibhuda adishu, amongst the demigods. Jiva yonishu, different species of life. Atma, self. Ichaya, by the will. Atma krita, self created. Setu, obligations. Paripsiya saya, desiring to preserve. Yah, who, remain, performing transcendental pastimes. Nirasta, not being affected. Vishaya, material contamination. Api, certainly. Avarudha, manifested. Deha, transcendental body. Tasmai, unto him. Namah, my obeisances. Bhagavate, unto the personality of Godhead. Purushottamaya, the primeval Lord. Translation: O my Lord, by your own will, you appear in the various species of living entities, among animals lower than human beings, as well as among the demigods, to perform your transcendental pastimes. You are not affected by material contamination. You come just to fulfill the obligations of your own principles of religion, and therefore, O Supreme Personality, I offer my obeisances unto you for manifesting such different forms. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Lord's incarnations in different species of life are all transcendental. He appears as a human being in his incarnations of Krishna, Rama, etc. But he is not a human being. Anyone who mistakes him for an ordinary human being is certainly not very intelligent, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9.11. Avajananti mamudha manushami tanum ashritam. The same principle is applicable when he appears as the hog or fish incarnations. They are transcendental forms of the Lord and are manifested under certain necessities of his own pleasure and pastimes. Such manifestation of the transcendental forms of the Lord are accepted by him mostly to enliven his devotees. All his incarnations are manifested whenever there is a need to deliver his devotees and maintain his own principles.
Text 20. Yo vidyayanu pahatu Yo vidyayanu pahato pidasada vittaya nidama uvaha jatari kita lokayat yatara antarjale hi kashipu kulam bimor mimalini janasya sukam nirnavan. Yeah, one. Avidyaya, influenced by science. Anupahata, without being affected. Api, in spite of. Dasa arda. 5. Vidya, interaction. Nidram, sleep. Uva, accepted. Jatari, within the abdomen. Krita, doing so. Loka yatra, maintenance of the different entities. Antara jale, within the water of devastation. Ahi kashipu, on the snake bed. Sparsha anukulam, happy for the touch. Bhima urmi, violent waves. Malini, chain of. Janasya, of the intelligent person. Sukam, happiness. Vivranam, showing. Translation. My Lord, you accepted the pleasure of sleeping in the water of devastation where there are violent waves, and you enjoy pleasure on the bed of snakes, showing the happiness of your sleep to intelligent persons. At that time, all the universe planets are stationed within your abdomen. Purport. Persons who cannot think of anything beyond the limit of their own power, like frogs in a well, who cannot imagine the length and breadth of the great Pacific Ocean. Such people take it as legendary when they hear that the Supreme Lord is lying on his bed within the great ocean of the universe. They are surprised that one can lie down within water and sleep very happily. But a little intelligence can mitigate this foolish astonishment. There are many living entities within the bed of the ocean who also enjoy the material bodily actives of eating, sleeping, defending, and mating. If such insignificant living entities can enjoy life within the water, why can't the Supreme Lord, who is all powerful, sleep on the cool body of a serpent, and enjoy in the turmoil of violent ocean waves. The distinction of the Lord is that his activities are all transcendental, and he is able to do anything and everything without being deterred by limitations of time and space. He can enjoy his transcendental happiness regardless of material considerations.
Text 21, Canto 3, Chapter 9. Yennapi padma bhavanadahamasamidya lokatrayopakarano yadanugrahayna tasmai namasta udarasta bhavaya yoga nidravasana vikasanalinikshinaayam. Yet whose Nabin, navel, Padma, lotus, Bhavanad, from the house of Aham, I, Asam, became manifested, Idya, O worshipable one, Lokatraya, the three worlds, Upakaranaha, helping in the creation of, yet whose Anugrahena, by the mercy, Tasmai, unto him, Namah, my obeisances, Te, unto you, Udarasta, situated within the abdomen, Bhavaya, having the universe, Yoga Nidra Avasana, after the end of that transcendental sleep, Vikasat, blossoming, Nalina Ikshanaya, unto him, whose opening eyes are like lotuses. Translation: O object of my worship, I am born from the house of your lotus navel for the purpose of creating the universe by your mercy. All these planets of the universe were stationed within your transcendental abdomen while you are enjoying sleep. Now you sleep having ended. Now your sleep having ended, your eyes are open like blossoming lotuses in the morning. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Brahma is teaching us the beginning of Archana regulation from morning 4 o'clock to night 10 o'clock. Early in the morning, the devotee has to rise from his bed and pray to the Lord. And there are other regulative principles for offering Mangala Aarti early in the morning. Foolish non-devotees, not understanding the importance of Archana, criticize the regulative principles, but they have no eyes to see that the Lord also sleeps by his own will. The impersonal conception of the Supreme is so detrimental to the path of devotional service that it is very difficult to associate with the stubborn non devotees who always think in terms of material conceptions. Impersonalists always think backwards. They think that because there is form in matter, spirit should be formless. Because in matter there is sleep, in spirit there cannot be sleep. And because the sleeping of the deity is accepted in Archana worship, the Archana is Maya. All these thoughts are basically material. To think either positively or negatively is still thinking materially. Knowledge accepted from the superior source of the Vedas is standard. Here, in these verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, we find that Archana is recommended. Before Brahma took up the task of creation, he found the Lord sleeping on the serpent bed in the waves of the water of devastation. Therefore, sleeping exists in the internal potency of the Lord, and this is not denied by pure devotees of the Lord like Brahma and his disciplic succession. It is clearly said here that the Lord slept very happily within the violent waves of the water, manifesting thereby that he is able to do anything and everything by his transcendental will and not be hampered by any circumstances. The Mayavadi cannot think beyond this material experience, and thus he denies the Lord's ability to sleep within the water. His mistake is that he compares the Lord to himself, and that comparison is also a material thought. The whole philosophy of the Mayavadi school, based on not this, not that, neti neti, is basically material. Such thought cannot give one the chance to know the Supreme Personality of Godhead as He is.
Text 22. Soyam samasta jagatam shurt eka atma सत्त्वेन यन्मृद्यते भगवान् भगेन तेनैव मे दृश्यमनुप्रशतात् यथाहं श्रक्ष्यामि पूर्ववद् इदं प्रणत प्रियोऽसौ सः हि I am the Lord samsta jagatam of all the universes Shuhrit Ekaha the one friend and philosopher Atma the super soul Satvena by the mode of goodness yet one who mridayate causes happiness Bhagavan the personality of Godhead Bhagena with 6 opulences Tena by him eva certainly may to me drishyam power of introspection anushprishtatat let him give yatha as aham I shrakshyami will be able to create purvavat as before idam this universe pranata surrendered priya dear asau he the Lord translation let the supreme Lord be merciful towards me he is the one friend and soul of all living entities in the world and he maintains all for their ultimate happiness by his 6 transcendental opulences may he be merciful towards me so that I as before may be empowered with the introspection to create for I am also one of the surrendered souls who are dear to the Lord. Purport the Supreme Lord Purushottama or Sri Krishna is the maintainer of all in both the transcendental and material worlds. He is the life and friend of all because there is eternally natural affection and love between the living entities and the Lord. He is the one friend and well-wisher for all, and he is one without a second. The Lord maintains all the living entities everywhere by his 6 transcendental opulences, for which he is known as Bhagavan or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Brahma prayed for his mercy so that he might be able to create the universal affairs as he did before. Only by the Lord's causeless mercy could he create both material and spiritual personalities like Marichi and Narada respectively. Brahma prayed to the Lord because he is very much dear to the surrendered soul. The surrendered soul knows nothing but the Lord, and therefore the Lord is very affectionate towards him.
Text 23, Canto 3, Chapter 9. Esa prapanna varado ramayatmasaktya yadyat karishyati grihita gunavataraha tasmin samikramam idam srujatopi cheto yunjita karma samalam chayata vijahyam. Esha, this prapanna, one who is surrendered. Varada, the benefactor, Ramaya, enjoying always with the goddess of fortune Lakshmi, Atma Shaktya, with his internal potency, Yat, whatever, Karishyati, he may act, Grihita, accepting, Gunavatara, incarnation of the mode of goodness, Tasmin, unto him, Savikramam, with omnipotency, Idam, this cosmic manifestation, Srijataha, creating, Api, in spite of, Chetaha, heart, Yunjita, be engaged, Karma, work, Samalam, material affection, Cha also, Yada, as much as, Vijahyam, I can give up. Translation the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, is always the benefactor of the surrendered souls. His activities are always enacted through his internal potency, Rama, or the goddess of fortune. I pray only to engage in his service in the creation of the material world, and I pray that I not be materially affected by my works, for thus I may be able to give up the false prestige of being the creator. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In the matter of material creation, maintenance and destruction, there are 3 incarnations of the material modes of nature, Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara. But the Lord's incarnation as Vishnu, in his internal potency, is the supreme energy for the total activities. Brahma, who is only an assistant in the modes of creation, wanted to remain in his actual position as an instrument of the Lord instead of becoming puffed up by the false prestige of thinking himself as the creator. That is the way of becoming dear to the Supreme Lord and receiving His benediction. Foolish men want to take the credit for all creations made by them, but intelligent persons know very well that not a blade of grass can move without the will of the Lord. Thus, all the credit for wonderful creation must go to Him. By spiritual consciousness, only can one be free from the contamination of material affection and receive the benedictions offered by the Lord.
Text 24. Nabhihridad iha sato mubhasi yasya pumsho vijnana shaktiraham asham ananta shakte rupam vichitram idamasya vivrinavotto me marishishta nigamasya giram vishargaha Nabhihridat, from the navel lake, iha, in this millennium, satah, lying, ambhasi, in the water, yasya, one whose, pumsaha, of the personality of Godhead, vijnana, of the total universe, shaktihi, energy, aham, I, Asham was born, Ananta, unlimited, Shakte, of the powerful, Rupam, form, Vichitram, variegated, Idam, this, Asya, his, Vivrinavataha, manifesting, me, unto me, Ma, may not, Ririshita, vanish, Nigamasya, of the Vedas, Giram, of the sounds, Visargaha, vibration. Translation: the Lord's potencies are innumerable as He lies down in the water of devastation. I am born as the total universal energy from the navel lake in which the lotus sprouts. I am now engaged in manifesting His diverse energies in the form of the cosmic manifestation. I therefore pray that in the course of my material activities, I may not be deviated from the vibration of the Vedic hymns. Purport: every person engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord in this material world is prone to so many material activities. And if one is not strong enough to protect himself against the onslaught of material affection, he may be diverted from the spiritual energy. In the material creation, Brahma has to create all kinds of living entities with bodies suited to their material conditions. Brahma wants to be protected by the Lord because he has to contact many vicious living entities. An ordinary Brahmana may fall from the Brahma Tejas or the power of Brahmanical excellence due to his association with many fallen conditioned souls. Brahma, as the supremost Brahmana, is afraid of such a fall down, and therefore he prays to the Lord for protection. This is a warning for one and all in the spiritual advancement of life. Unless one is sufficiently protected by the Lord, he may fall down from his spiritual position. Therefore, one has to pray constantly to the Lord for protection and the blessing to carry out one's duty. Lord Chaitanya also entrusted his missionary work to his devotees and assured them to his protection against the onslaught of material affection. The path of spiritual life is stated in the Vedas to be like the edge of a sharpened razor. A little inattentiveness may at once create havoc and bloodshed, but one who is a completely surrendered soul, always seeking protection from the Lord in the discharge of his entrusted duties, has no fear of falling into material contamination.
So sao ada briha karuno bhagavan vivritta prema smitena nayanam buruham vichrimban utaya vishava vijayasya chano vishadam madvayam Upana yatat Purusha Purana Saha Sah He the Lord Asu that Adabra unlimited Karuna merciful Bhagavan the personality of Godhead Vividha excessive Prema love Smitena by smiling Nayana 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 Amburaham Nayana Amburaham the lotus eyes Vijramban by opening Utaya for flourishing Vishvavijaya Jayaya for glorifying the cosmic creation Cha as also Naha our Visada dejection Madhvaya by sweet Gira words Apanayatat let him kindly remove Purusha the supreme Purana oldest Purana oldest translation the Lord who is supreme and is the oldest of all is unlimitedly merciful. I wish that he may smilingly bestow his benedictions upon me by opening his lotus eyes. He can uplift the entire cosmic creation and remove our dejection by kindly speaking his directions. Purport. The Lord is ever increasingly merciful upon the fallen souls of this material world. The whole cosmic manifestation is a change for all to improve themselves in devotional service to the Lord. And everyone is meant for that purpose. The Lord expands himself into many personalities who are either self-expansions or separated expansions. The personalities of the individual souls are his separated expansions, whereas the self-expansions are the Lord himself. The self-expansions are predominators, and the separated expansions are predominated for reciprocation of transcendental bliss with the supreme form of bliss and knowledge. The liberated souls can join in this blissful reciprocation of predominator and predominated without materially concocted ideas. The typical example of such a transcendental exchange between the predominator and the predominated is the Lord's Rasa Leela with the gopis. The gopis are predominated expansions of internal potency, and therefore the Lord's participation in the Rasa Leela dance is never to be considered like the mundane relationship of man and woman. It is rather the highest perfectional stage of the exchange of feelings between the Lord and the living entities. The Lord gives the fallen souls the chance of this highest perfection of life. Lord Brahma is entrusted with the management of the complete cosmic show. And therefore he prays that the Lord bestow his blessings upon him so that he may execute his purpose.
Text 26 Maitreya Uvacha Swasambhavam nisamyaivam tapo vidya samadhibhihi yavan mano vajastutva viraramasa kinnavat. Maitreya Uvacha, the great sage Maitreya said, Swasambhavam, the source of his appearance, nisamya, by seeing, evam thus, tapah, penance, vidya, knowledge, samadhi is also by concentration of the mind, yavat, as far as possible, manah, mind, vacha, words, sutva, having prayed, Virarama became silent. Sa he Brahma. Khinnavad, as if tired. Translation. The sage Maitreya said, O Vidura, after observing the source of his appearance, namely the personality of Godhead, Brahma prayed for his mercy as far as his mind and words would permit him. Thus, having prayed, he became silent, as if tired from his activities of penance, knowledge, and mental concentration. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Brahma's enlightenment in knowledge was due to the Lord sitting within his heart. After being created, Brahma could not ascertain the source of his appearance. But after penance and mental concentration, he could see the source of his birth, and thus he became enlightened through his heart. The spiritual master outside and the spiritual master outside and the spiritual master within are both representations of the Lord. Unless one has contact with such bona fide representation, one cannot claim to be a spiritual master. Lord Brahma had no opportunity to take the help of a spiritual master from outside because at that time Brahma himself was the only creature in the universe. Therefore, on becoming satisfied by the prayers of Brahma, the Lord enlightened him about everything from within.
Text 27 to 28. Atma bipretam anivikshaya brahmano madhusudanaha vishna chetasham itena kalpa vyatikrama bhasa lokasamsthana vijnana atmana parikshityataha tam ahagata gadya vacha kashmalam samayan viva atha thereupon abhipretam intention anvikshya observing brahmanaha to Brahma madhusudanaha the killer of the madhu demon vishanna depressed chetasam of the heart tena by him kalpa millennium vyatikara ambhasa devastating water loka samsthana situation of the plenary system vijnane in the science atmanaha of himself parikhidyataha sufficiently anxious tam unto him aha said agadhyaya deeply thoughtful vacha by words kashmalam impurities mayan removing iva like that. Translation. The Lord saw that Brahma was very anxious about the planning and construction of the different planetary systems and was depressed upon seeing the devastating water. He would understand the intention of Brahma, and thus he spoke in deep, thoughtful words, removing all the illusion that had arisen. Purport. The devastating water was so fearful that even Brahma was perturbed at its appearance and became very anxious about how to situate the different planetary systems in outer space to accommodate the different kinds of living entities, such as the human beings, those lower than the human beings, and the superhuman beings. All the plants in the universe are situated according to the different grades of living entities under the influence of the modes of material nature. There are three modes of material nature, and when they are mixed with one another, they become 9. When the 9 are mixed, they become 81. And the 81 also become mixed, and thus we ultimately do not know how the delusion increases and increases. Lord Brahma had to accommodate different places and situations for the requisitive bodies of the conditioned souls. The task was meant only for Brahma, and no one in the universe can even understand how difficult it was. But by the grace of the Lord, Brahma was able to execute the tremendous task so perfectly that everyone is amazed to see the workmanship of the Vidhata or the regulator.
Text 29. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. मा वेदगर्भगस्तन्द्रिं सर्ग उद्यमम् आवह तन्मया पादितं ह्यग्रे यन्मां prarthayate bhavan. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, the Lord, the personality of Godhead said, Ma, do not, Veda Garbha, O you who have the depth of all Vedic wisdom, Ga, Tandrim, become dejected, Sargya for creation, Udyamam, enterprises, Avaha, you just undertake, Tat, that which you want, Maya, by me, Apaditam, executed, he certainly, Agre, previously, Yat, which, mom from me, Prardayate, begging, Bhavan, you. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead then said, O Brahma, O depth of Vedic wisdom, be neither depressed nor anxious about the execution of creation. What you are begging from me has already been granted before. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Any person authorized by either the Lord or by his bona fide representative is already blessed, as is the work entrusted to him. Of course, the person entrusted with such a responsibility should always be aware of his incapability and must always look for the mercy of the Lord for the successful execution of his duty. One should not be puffed up because he is entrusted with certain executive work. Fortunate is he who is so entrusted, and if he is always fixed in the sense of being subordinate to the will of the Supreme, he is sure to come out successful in the discharge of his work. Arjuna was entrusted with the work of fighting on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and therefore he was so entrusted. The Lord had already arranged for his victory. But Arjuna was always conscious of his position as subordinate to the Lord, and thus he accepted him as the supreme guide in his responsibility. Anyone who takes pride in doing responsible work but does not give credit to the Supreme Lord is certainly falsely proud and cannot execute anything nicely. Brahma and persons in the line of his disciplic succession who follow in his footsteps are always successful in the discharge of loving transcendental service to the Supreme Lord.
Text 30. Bhuyasvam tapa atishta vidyam chaivaman ashrayam tabyam antarhridhi brahman lokadrakshaya apavritan. Bhuya, again, from yourself, tapa, penance, atishta, but be situated, vidyam, in the knowledge, cha, also, eva, certainly, mat, my, ashrayam, under the protection, tabyam, by those qualifications, anta, within, hridi, in the heart, brahman, O brahmana, lokan, all the worlds, drakshyasi, you will see, apravatam, all disclosed. Translation. O Brahman, situate yourself in penance and meditation and follow the principles of knowledge to receive my favor. By these actions, you will be able to understand everything from within your heart. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The mercy the Lord bestows upon a particular person engaged in executing the responsible work entrusted unto him is beyond imagination. But his mercy is received due to his penance and perseverance in executing devotional service. Brahma was entrusted with the work of creating the planetary systems. The Lord instructed him that when he meditated, he would very easily know where and how the planetary systems must be arranged. The directions were to come from within, and there was no necessity for anxiety in that task. Such instructions of Buddhi Yoga are directly imparted by the Lord from within, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 10.10.
We will continue tomorrow from text 31.
जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा
जय प्रभुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा श्री गुरु चराना पद्मा केवला बकाती सद्मा बंधमुई सावधाना माते जहरा प्रसादे बाय भवतोरिया जाय कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो जा होते कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो जा होते कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो जा होते पद्मा वक्या चितित कोरिया अक्या गुरुमुख पद्मा वक्या चितित कोरिया क्या अरना कोरी हो माने आशा श्री गुरु चराने रति से उत्तम गति सादे पूरे सर्व आशा जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेमा भक्ति जहा होते अविद्या विनाशा जाते प्रेमा भक्ति जहा होते अविद्या विनाशा जाते प्रेमा भक्ति जहा होते अविद्या विनाशा वेदे गाय जहर चरित वेदे गाय जहर चरित श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु लोकेनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना हा हा प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पादा छाया हा हा प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पादा छाया एबे जाश गुशुक त्रिभुवाना एबे जाश गुशुक त्रिभुवाना प्रभुपाद पतिता पावना जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva lotus feet of our spiritual master is the only way by which
I bow down to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, confess ocean of material suffering and after the mercy of Krishna.
my only wish is to have my confidence purified by the
Purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is a perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes
and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him, ecstatic prema emanates. By him, ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. O spiritual master is the friend of the poor and the Lord and master of the devotees. O master, be merciful unto me. See, this is all of the three worlds.
We take the shelter of your lotus feet.
We have Srila Prabhupada.